Hi Year 3, it's just me again. I just thought I'd check in and share with you something that I've been doing this afternoon, just because I thought it might be quite nice for you to have a go at doing something creative at home. And the story behind this is I was sitting outside this morning on my little balcony and I noticed that there were two little tiny birds on the edge of my balcony, and I looked to where they were going and they've actually made a nest in a gap in the bricks in my house. So I'm really happy about that because I love watching nature and I'm stuck inside at the moment. And I was thinking, what can I do to help them out and encourage them to be on my balcony? And I thought I could get them a bird feeder. So they're those little things that you can hang up and you put seeds and nuts in them and birds come and eat them. And then I thought, why would I buy one when I could probably just make one at home? So I had a little play around and I'm going to make one out of an orange, which you might think is a bit strange, but hear me out. I'm going to do that. I'm also going to show you how you can do it with anything else you've got lying around the home. So if you haven't got an orange, that's fine. One thing I did do is I got on the internet and I watched the birds closely, and I did some research to find out what kind of birds they are, because I thought maybe different birds like different food. So I did a little bit of research and I found out that they are starlings. And starlings like nuts and seeds out of their shell because they've not got very strong beaks, so they can't break through the hard outside bit of the shell. But if you are going to do this, maybe you could just spend a couple of hours, or maybe spend every now and then, just look out the window and see what kinds of birds you've got around your house or your flat, because different places have different birds. Like around here, for some reason, we have no sparrows, no blackbirds. We've got lots of pigeons and starlings apparently. So have a look. Task number 1, have a look around outside your house or your flat. What kinds of birds are there? Go to Google, type in the name of the bird, find out what kind of food they like to eat. So that's your first task. The next task is you can make your bird feeder, and I'm going to show you how to do that right now. Okay, so the things you're going to need, I'm going to make an orange bird feeder, so obviously I'm going to use an orange. If you don't have an orange, you can use any container. I've got a milk container here, that would work. I've got some margarine, any kind of plastic container will do. Take the tomatoes out and ask an adult before you start using their things from their kitchen, please. Don't just go rummaging around. Okay, so you're going to need your orange. I've got a knife. This is a very sharp knife, so again, if you're going to be using a knife or scissors, make sure that you've got an adult helping you with that, please. Do not start cutting oranges with knives without an adult there. Okay, you're going to need a spoon and some string. Any colour string, any kind of string, wool, thread, something strong. And I've also got some scissors here, just in case. So, first thing you need to do, you get your adult to take a knife and to cut the orange in half. The best thing about using an orange, I think, is that you get to eat the inside of the orange as well. And as you know, I love fruit, and orange is my favourite fruit. So you're going to take one and you're going to scoop out all of the orange. Now, as you can imagine, this is going to get messy, so do it on a nice a surface you can wipe down and clean, or maybe put some newspaper down or some plastic down. Before you do any of this, show your adult this video so they know what you're going to do. I don't want anyone getting in trouble. So I'm gonna, if you can come in and film me doing this, I'm just scooping out this orange now with my spoon. I've got my spoon in there, and this is great because I love getting messy, sticky fingers. It's more difficult than I imagined, actually, children. You might have to get an adult to help you, some of you. Oh yeah, but it feels so good. All right. So there I've got my orange, and I can eat this. But you should probably wait until you finish the activity. Okay. So what I'm left with is just the orange peel, empty peel. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to wash my hands because they're sticky. Okay, hands washed. So this is going to be where I'm going to put my food. It's going to hang up on string, so I need to make some little holes so that I can put my string in there. And I'm just going to use scissors. Again, please get an adult to help you with this. And I'm just going to, if you want to come a bit closer, please. I'm just going to put one hole here, little hole, and then one on the opposite side, little hole, and then one here. So you should have 4 holes. Fantastic. Alright, now you need your string. And I'm going to think about where you're going to hang it. I don't know where I'm going to hang mine yet. I'm going to probably give about that much space. So I'm going to cut off about 30 centimeters of string. How many millimeters is that? Tell her now. Now a little trick to get the same size string that I do is I hold the string next to the bit I've already cut, and then I cut that, and then I've got 2 that are the same, and then I'm going to do the same thing again so I can have my 3rd one. And my 4th one. I now have 4 pieces of string the same length. Okay, so now I'm going to put my string into my holes. It's a bit tricky. In fact, I'm going to use a pen to do this. Fantastic. Okay, so I've got a pen lid, that's fine. Anything a bit pointy, and you're just going to push that little bit of string through the hole. And then you're going to tie a little knot like this. Perfect, yeah? Then you're going to do the same thing on the other side, like this. See how I'm going to put it there, put the string over the hole, and then use my little pen lid to pop that in there. It's a bit fiddly. Try it yourself. I don't want anyone to not be trying it. Try this yourself and then get an adult to help if it's a bit tricky. Okay, now I'm going to do it again with this one. There's my hole. No, that wasn't really in the middle. Okay. Hold there. I'm kind of rushing mine, but I want you to take a bit more care over this because just because. Alright. Okay, so now I've got my orange and it's got 4 strings coming off it like this. Then I'm going to hold it up like this, and I want to make it so that the orange is level when I'm just holding them together. So if they're too low, it goes a bit wonky, yeah? So make sure it's level. Beautiful. And then I'm going to hold them like this, and I'm just going to tie them in a knot. Very fiddly. Try, please, before you ask an adult, but if you can't do this, ask an adult. There we go. How long did that take? Hardly any time. And again, if you don't have an orange, you can do the same thing. If you cut your milk bottle off, put the strings on there. Perfect. Okay, now, once you've made your hanger, you're going to need to have something in there, aren't you? Because the birds want to eat something. As I just said, I did a bit of research on my birds and I found out they were starlings and they like nuts and seeds that don't have a hard shell. So I've got, as you guys know, I love my nuts and seeds anyway. So I've got a bit of my breakfast that I usually have on my desk, haven't I? And I've got that here. And inside here are some sesame seeds and some sunflower seeds. I think they'll like that. I've also got these extra ones here. These have got bits of fruit in it. I've got this that I was going to have for my lunch the other day. This is like a little nut bar. So you can have a little experiment. You could even make 2 or 3 or 4, and you could put different seeds in each one, and you can see which ones the birds like most. That could be a bit of an investigation for you. You might even find that you have one nut up here and sparrows are eating that, and then the starlings are eating this. You might realise that different birds like different seeds, so that could be an interesting thing. All of this stuff, I want you to be taking pictures, taking videos. Let me know exactly what you found out. If you can get a picture of a bird sitting on your bird feeder eating, that will make me the happiest person alive. Okay, so all I'm going to do now is I'm going to get my bird seed, any kind of seed, and I'm just going to put it in there. And you know what? If you haven't got bird seed, that's fine. I've got a bit of old bread here. Yeah, put that in there. Just crumble it up. Maybe get an adult, put that in the blender for you, just chop it up, make it small. Because some birds don't like seeds. Some birds like bread, and some birds like bread and like seeds and not bread. You can experiment. Put some raisins in there. Put some muesli in there. Put some cereal. Put some Cheerios in it. If the birds don't like it, they won't eat it. So I don't think you're going to poison them. So this is a bit of an experiment, and it's a craft. It's a fun thing to do, and hopefully it will brighten your day up, like it's brightened my day up seeing all those birds. Okay, happy making.